You are listening to Drop Tent Media Network.
Holy shit, dude. We back. Oh, this feels good.
I had so much to talk about, and it's funny. That's all I was thinking about. Like, I can't wait to cast again. I'm gonna have so much to talk about. Got nothing. I got nothing.
Well, we did have like a lengthy conversation before this. But
Yeah.
that was like totally just stuff we can't say on the cast.
Yeah, a conversation.
Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. Is that what they're calling it nowadays?
It's like weird, gross whale noises instead of like. It was.
When the mics are off, it's 100% sonar all the time.
Just like bat, dude. You can't say that anymore. Bat
Sonar?
humor is done. Bat use sonar, so you can't.
Went bat.
Yeah.
I went whales. Don't whales communicate in sonar or something like that?
No, they just.
Don't they go?
No, that's actually them making noises. Sonar, that's like them just like fucking singing. They could hear it. Sonar is more like when bats, they can't see shit, so they'll like squeak and they'll feel the vibrations, like it'll hit something and then come back to them, and they'll be like, oh, something's right there.
So they squeak, they send sonar.
That's they're sonaring.
Holy
Whales were
shit.
just communicating through singing. They're just
Damn.
like romantics. They're just
Okay.
like, hey, and then
Viola, baby.
yeah, exactly. They'd have, yeah. Was that Barry White, right?
Barry White.
Yeah, Barry White was actually a blue
The
whale
great
for
white.
a while.
What?
He was not a great white. He was a blue whale. Sharks don't do that. How many times do I have to teach you this whole lesson? Dude,
dude.
yeah, making callbacks to the conversation that we just had. That's a good way to start off the podcast, right?
No, that's a good way to do it. I'm just hyped on this, dude. We were talking about this, how like not having the cast, I felt like my life was a little chaos.
Yeah,
Like not having this through line. I feel like I've been in the abyss.
yeah. You know, you probably dip your toes into at least the lower level of that. It kind of, for me, it kind of felt like I just haven't done laundry in a while in my brain.
Oh, okay.
It was just like a bunch of stuff that was dirty that I was like, I'm gonna save it for the cast, and
Yeah.
it just never got cleaned. I
Now you got a dark
and I
load.
started wearing it again and shit. It's like it just smelled like shit. My brain was stinky, dude. I had stinky brain.
I haven't been doing actual laundry.
Yeah, me neither. That's probably why I got the reference. Like, it's just like the podcast I've been doing. Nothing about it. It's getting done.
Yo, my feet fucking reek
For real?
because of my socks.
Because you've been using the same socks.
Oh, dude, you see those jeans over there?
Yeah.
I fucking shit myself in those.
Nice, dude.
I forgot about this.
How recently?
Like a few days ago.
Nice.
You
couldn't have shit. No, that's pretty cool. You shit yourself a few days ago.
Yeah, because I came back.
Prove it. Is that why you have it? Just in case anyone's like, no, you didn't, dude. You're an adult.
Smell it.
Look, it smell my pants, bro.
Grow up and smell it. No, I fucking came back in the morning because I slept over my lady's house, and we were at a mic before that, and I just got trashed, and I was like, super hungover.
Fuck the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shit myself. I'm too hungover to fucking do this crap.
My body was just dry. I think I ate a lot the day before, and then I was just in pain. And then I thought I had a fart, and looks can be deceiving.
Yeah, no, I get it, dude. One time you go to trust a fart, and then boom, your water breaks, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
That's a good way to put it. It did feel like my water broke.
Yeah, no, because I know how that feels. It happened to me like the first customer of the day when I was going to work, like all the way to the first customer. I'm like, this is a fart, and then my water broke.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah. And then I was just like in a Kohl's, walking around with poop in my pants. No one knows. Everyone's wearing masks still at this point, so it was nice. So you got to hide it. But then I ended up not buying anything. It just worked the rest of the day in poop pants. So I'm like, this is just water.
Those situations do make you realize how quick and strong your butt is, though.
What do you? Yeah.
Like I wish in certain crowd work situations I responded as quickly as my butt clenches to a shart.
Right. Yeah. Because
Right when I shart, my butt's like,
it saves like half of it.
yeah. It's like a millisecond.
That's pretty crazy though. Like how does the body like? I know it was going out like gravity, but like when they're like, all right, get back up there. Not yet. Like when your butt clenches, where does the rest of it go? Or is it just waiting? It's just like, come on, you got to open up sometime. Trying to find it.
It feels like when you put like duct tape over a leak.
I use the gold gum. Just put some gum in there.
Yeah, that's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, that's an intense pain. Yeah, man. We all poop to pants.
Yeah,
Everyone's done
I'm not ashamed.
You should be ashamed that you haven't watched them yet.
Yeah, that I should be ashamed about.
No, I'm just kidding, dude. You don't have a laundry room in here, do you?
Well,
You don't have a laundry room in this building, like in your apartment, right?
There's laundry in the basement. But,
In the basement.
Yeah.
Well, that's all spooky, dude.
Well, I'm also just bad at
You watch The Conjuring?
dealing.
Because it
Conjuring?
lives there where you're doing your laundry.
True. I actually just saw The Conjuring for the first time.
Spooky.
Yeah. Because my lady likes horror movies, and I never really liked horror movies.
Well, this is less
But now I
horror
can
because this is
appreciate
real. I mean, actually, horror movies are real too. I guess it's considered horror because you're horrified, right?
Yeah, I got fucking insidious in my pants.
That's good, dude. Nice.
Bazinga.
Yeah, dude, I'll clink you. Clink.
But yeah, I never really liked horror movies, and now I can appreciate them. I think I kind of shied away from them because they used to actually scare me when I was younger.
Right.
And then I would watch them with friends. That was like the only time I could do it because it's easier to like laugh at it.
Yeah. Because you start making fun of them.
Yeah.
When I get real,
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's really fun.
But also it's at a complete place of you're like, I am just terrified and I can't do it anymore. I have to make this funny because I'm so scared. Because that's what the thing. When I want to watch a scary movie, I'm like, I want to like be shitting myself. I want to be so scared. And then as soon as something happens, I'm like, I can't handle this. I'll start like, looking nice one. Like her shirt's all unbuttoned or whatever. Just like,
Yeah. Well, I think for me more than anything else, like it's just a sad story. Like it's just sad. Like it bums me out.
I'm kind of rooting for Jason Voorhees. He's getting all those crazy, horny teens in order.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's just fun.
He's just a teacher.
That's just cool. But like, yeah, I don't know. Like something about it.
It is. Yeah. Well, I mean, those like the Conjuring shit is based off of true shit. Which
Right.
also I don't spoil alert. Have you seen the second one?
So I think I just saw the third one.
Okay. Yeah. So the devil made me do it.
Dude, that one was kind of ass.
It wasn't as scary as the other ones.
Yeah.
The other ones
And
were
the
like,
story was horrible.
I kind of liked the story. I didn't mind it, but there was parts like,
dude, they never like showed like that kid's parents like the whole time.
yeah.
Like the kid's parents was like never in it. It was just like the sister.
Maybe that was the moral of the story. Demons run rampant when you don't got parents keeping them down. Listen to your parent. Listen to your parents, children. Or
My mom will talk to your mom. And then
7 days, and then my mom will talk to your mom, and you're grounded.
Can Lucia stay over?
Yeah, well, dude. So in the one part of the movie, which is pretty hilarious, like the dude. This is spoilers. If you guys haven't seen it yet and you want to see it, don't listen because I'm gonna spoil some shit. At one point, when he's in jail, and they're like, he's like waiting to be trialed, he like floats and like starts destroying everything, and like people see it, and then he still has to. They're like, yeah, dude. Innocent, bro. Like he's and they still found him innocent. They're like, well, you still have to serve 5 years just for allowing the demon in you. Like you still have to serve 5 years in jail, even though if that's what. Also, it's a true story. How do they not? They don't have fucking the footage of that. I want to see the real shit. But I'm also
based on.
I'm based on right.
Based
so
on.
that guy wasn't floating. He was just like.
I wish. God damn. Like, well, that's the thing. I told her, like, the based on a true story thing, I'm like, now I'm very curious in the documentary, because there's a documentary about it. I definitely want to see that. Was that in Amityville or something like that?
Amityville Horror was a documentary as well, yes. Well, that's a whole. I don't know if those are the same things.
Okay.
So Amityville Horror was another horror movie
Right.
that was kind of basically The Conjuring.
Yes.
So it might be
Maybe.
and they just like, yeah, we kind of fucked that one up. Let's do it again, like Spider-Man. It's like a horror movie version of the Spider-Mans. It's like
Reboot.
let's try the demon as a teen this time.
Ben Affleck plays the demon this time. That
Yeah,
sucks.
that's always cool too. There's not really many horror movies where like the main lead roles like it's always like they started in horror and then they became something. And,
Yes.
like you don't really see main people doing like getting butchered up too often, or like in The Conjurings. There's no main like
Right. Yeah, like an A-lister, you're saying?
yeah. There's no like in Paranormal Activities. There's nothing like that.
There was like a few like psychological thrillers. Like there was that one with Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf is terrifying.
It was about like fuck.
Disturbia?
Yeah, Disturbia.
Oh yeah, that was
there
before
was
I
a
knew he was
Jennifer-
insane. I was like, oh, this guy's just like a talented actor. Then you like do a little research on like, oh, he's fucking bad shit. That's awesome. I like him a lot more now.
Oh yeah. Wait, what was that one movie that was like autobiographical? I saw it. I forget what it's called. Something Boy. Pony Boy?
Pony Boy, maybe I don't know.
That one was really good. It was about like his childhood.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Where like there's like scenes reminiscent to like Even Stevens.
Ooh.
And like his dad was like a clown.
Oh, so
And like
he's
they stayed at this motel and like his dad would like kind of like Joe Jackson him a little bit where he would
Right.
make him like rehearse and shit like that. And
Shit,
he
dude.
had like a
So-
really weird childhood.
So he's got this real intense, right? Shia LaBeouf's got this like real intensity about him. Have you ever seen him? Like,
yeah, he's
so
very
I wonder.
intense.
I think that's like kind of like one of those things where like maybe it's like one of those things like when we were just kind of talking before we started casting is like when you push something on somebody, it almost rejects it and prefers the opposite. Kind of like when like a parent will be like, "Don't do drugs, don't do drugs, don't do drugs, don't do drugs," and then they have the biggest drug addict as a fucking child.
Yes.
because they're like, "Well, I hate you, Mom. Like, what's the kid gonna do to fucking get back at you immediately? Start doing drugs." So maybe the dad was like, "Come on, this is what should be funny," but then like touched him or pissed him off or something weird, and then now he's just got like that weird seriousness.
I see what you mean. Like it seemed like his dad was dark though. He was like the worst clown.
He was like the Joker.
A little bit. He did stand for mayhem for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
What was
yeah.
there like? Is there anything specific you remember? Or?
Like I feel like Joe Jackson-y is like the best I can put it. You know, like pushed a kid like too far past their limits for like how young they were.
Right.
Like he made life too real for that kid too quickly.
It's you know what? You got to commend somebody that fathers that way because man, does he produce some great talent. But
For sure. We got Transformers and Thriller
yeah,
from great dads.
from great
Father's Day's coming up.
yeah, how appropriate. Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Jackson. I want Joe Jackson to be my new dad. I wonder if he started like later instead of like beating a kid. If he started like he adopts like a teenager, will Joe Jackson be able to father that kid into intense fame and fortune?
Maybe I feel like he would find a way. Like maybe it wouldn't be through singing and dancing.
Right.
He's like starting OnlyFans.
Yeah. You know what? You're absolutely right. probably porn would be the best. Like, there's not much else I could teach him to be the best at
Yeah.
besides getting fucked.
Yeah, like I feel like I don't know too much about the Jacksons. I mean, it seems like that whole family was musical, so maybe he does have an inclination towards music, but it just seems like he's like a real if there's where there's a will, there's a way kind of guy.
And also, you got to keep in mind, like music and sex are back to back. Like that's like they're vibing like the same thing. You know, like music is for sex. Sex like plays with music. So it's like a fucking skip to the next step for him. Like I feel like he'd be like, all right, incorporate some music, sex. We'll figure something out. Like you said, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yep. my dude JJ, Joe Jackson, baby. Yeah.
He's a good one.
I did luck out that I was never. Did we talk about this? Like I was never like afraid of my dad.
We haven't talked about it where I can remember.
Yeah. Like because I did have friends.
Never
where,
once. You never were like, oh shit, dude, he looks pissed. My dad would do this.
He's been like upset before, but I never.
Is he
like
dead?
thought he was
Is he
gonna like
dead?
beat my ass. Oh no, he's alive and kicking.
I
Baby.
was gonna say, I'm like, I'm not.
He drove
afraid
me
of
to
my
my
dad
last show.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I'm not afraid of my dad anymore. Actually, no, it'd be pretty spooky if you just like, oh.
Oh yeah.
Nah, actually,
He
that'd
fucking
be
spanks you.
Nah, see, that wouldn't be.
That's a haunting?
See, that would be. I'd be like, that's.
He
something-
haunts your butt.
That's something else. Pretending to be my father. Dude, that's something like my sister said. She had like crazy dreams about that shit. Like, where she'd like it was like almost a. So she went to some like medium or someone, right? And then they said like, oh, your dad's trying to reach you, whatever. And then she was having like a dream about my dad, and like his face like melted off or something. Was like actually a demon.
Whoa.
And I was like, oh yeah, probably not mess around with those mediums. Like it's kind of like LASIK surgery at this point. It's like, why don't you let them do it? Like the people in the the fucking Conjuring that are like knowing like how to talk to demons and like fuck around with that type of shit. I'm like, why don't you let them figure it out first before you get the LASIK surgery? You know, like you don't want to go blind.
True.
Being like one of the first people, like, yeah, we could talk to dead people. It's like, let me try. He's like, oh, it was someone else.
Oh, so your sister tried to talk.
My sister wasn't trying to talk, but someone talked for her while she was there. But that's all it takes. Is like that's why you want to look up these documentaries. I'm terrified too. I'm not, because I've seen like I've had sleep paralysis and shit. I'm like, I think there's something stemming between the two.
I haven't had that, but it sounds horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, think about it. I'm not in control of my body, and then I'm watching movies where these people are getting their bodies controlled. I'm just one step away from murdering everybody in my house. I have to sleep chained up now. I turned my bunk bed into just a cage.
Stoop, kid's afraid to leave his stoop.
Sometimes I pretend I'm awake, they say. I'll make up, they're like, what's your name? Fuck. Like, go back to sleep, demon. I'm like, okay.
You did say that one story about like falling asleep on the trampoline and then some weird shit.
yeah,
but that's like more like an alien thing, right?
So, yeah. All right. I don't think that we ever aired that cast, did we?
Maybe not.
Okay. Yeah, so that I don't want to go into like so when you're in sleep paralysis, for those of you who don't know, it's you wake up and you can't move. But it feels like you're awake, but your body's still asleep. So you're technically still in a dream sequence. So and now that you're awake or your mind is awake and your body's still asleep, the fact that you can't run or fight, there goes your fight or flight senses. So now you're in a panic. And since you're in a panic and since you're still in a dream sequence, you will put whatever you're most afraid of in the room with you. Mm-hmm. Which mine happened to be aliens at that time, but I still think those were actually fucking aliens. I swear. There's like shit was moved and stuff. Like that was wild. But also there's been demons before. It's been I've talked to other people. It's been like big spiders. I'm like, you hate spiders, don't you? Like, yeah. Christina said used to happen to him, like a big ass spider would come down.
Are your eyes still closed in your dream?
I don't know.
Because
because it doesn't feel like you open them up. It's like all of a sudden you're awake.
Gotcha.
It's like you're like
every time it happens, do you see the environment that you fell asleep in?
Yeah.
Okay.
But sometimes, so one time it's happened to me where I then went back into a dream, into sleep, which was the worst. Like, I didn't know, like, that was like next level shit because I got dragged out of my bed. But at this point, I thought I was still in sleep paralysis. And then I went into like, and then I know it wasn't actually abducting me or anything because I went into, like, it went from my room into like a castle or some shit. And I knew I was dreaming at that point. Which is nuts. Being a lucid dreamer, knowing you're dreaming in a nightmare is like, what's fucking wrong?
And also going from your house to a castle is crazy.
It's been a few times, though, where I've been in my house, like dreaming without realizing it. I'm like, yeah, no, I live in a castle. It's a common theme. I have common theme. Do you have this?
This is my neighborhood moat.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's got a few alligators in the moat. Everybody knows that. His name's George.
It is funny how you just accept like a new reality when you're dreaming.
Right? Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, my penis is fucking purple.
Yeah.
Like, of course
No,
it is.
sometimes
It's been purple since I was 2.
Yeah, but sometimes you're like, sometimes you see, you're like, why wasn't I more concerned about this my entire life? Why wasn't I concerned about my purple penis?
Oh, in your dream?
Like,
you get self-conscious.
Yeah, like sometimes you're like, how do you just notice it? Like, oh, I think I talked about this before in the cast where I sneezed and all my teeth fell out.
I don't think so.
In my dream, it was. I think when we never aired it, but
was it
one of Drew was here or something. But yeah, I had a dream and I sneezed and all my teeth fell out. I was like, fuck, forget that. I forgot to cover my mouth. And then I'm like, I guess I should pick them all up and then go to the dentist. But then they all turned into like little teeth faces and like, they're like, fuck you. And they all took off. I was like, no, come back, my teeth.
They just skedaddled?
Yeah, they all fucking fucked off, dude. I was toothless.
What did their faces look like? Did they look like yours?
No, I just had fucking eyes on. It was just They did like they look like chiclets with eyes and like big lips. They were definitely
Holy.
black. My teeth are black. People, in my dreams. So,
I'm an ally.
Prove it. Prove it to me. Kiss my teeth. Kiss me on the teeth. That counts.
Oh, speaking of just like the eyes on the teeth, I was talking to my lady about fucking. You remember like Baby Geniuses or something like that?
Yeah. Putting on the Ritz, dude. I remember that whole. There's like a part where they're all wearing suits and it's like the song "Putting on the Ritz." It's the only part I remember for the whole thing.
And we were just talking about like how ridiculous that movie is, and I was like, yo, just because they're geniuses doesn't mean they like know karate.
Don't they?
They're like acrobats and shit too. Like it's great. Like
Yeah,
Urkel's a
wait.
genius. Like he can't like do like flips and stuff and like come down on like a fucking string.
Right. Like according to that movie, Stephen Hawking's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Also-
They're like starting at his level, I think. I haven't seen this movie or the trailer in years.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, if they're like judging, like if they're doing karate and shit, and that's what makes them a genius, Stephen Hawkins is like, I gotta use them.
yeah,
I gotta fucking use a goddamn. Someone's got to put my pants on for me.
Your legs are geniuses.
Yo,
Oh wait. Wait. So all right. So this connection seems very weird, but when you said the eyes just on your teeth, I was thinking of Baby Geniuses, where like they had the babies, but they like superimposed like a mouth on it.
Right. So it looks like they were talking.
Yeah, but like the babies have like no emotions, so like the mouth is super animated from what I remember, where it's just a dead face and they're like, "We are baby genius."
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because, I mean, nowadays they could probably soup that up, make that
they
look
could soup it
realistic.
up.
Fucking do whatever you want with this. You know what? Also, at the same time, why start? Don't arrest people for child pornography anymore. Just make it
Make them
that.
geniuses.
As long as they're intelligent enough to know what they're getting themselves into, I say, fuck that baby.
She's 18 up here, dude. Dude, she can divide better than I can.
Yeah, no, that must be. Christ. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably often the case of a rape. Is that the person?
Oh, like that's the defense?
The person raping the other person is like, or like if it's child stuff, is like they probably don't know math too well, and that's their justification.
Wait. I think I'm following.
So wait, did you? Wait, I might have misheard you. And then remember when I said I could get on board with people without really knowing what the fuck they're talking about? I might have just did that again.
I got it. I was about to do that too, where I was like, oh, and I was like, I don't understand. I'm not gonna say oh.
We should.
I do that all the time.
We
dude.
should do a podcast together. We probably we probably have hour-long podcasts where both of us are just like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. I mean, I don't. You do. You do.
I think both of us just assume it's like, oh, that's my fault for not getting it.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly where I'm at. Like, I'm in my own head, I'm like, you need to start doing research, you dumb piece of fucking shit.
Yeah. So if you say something and I don't get it, I'm just like, yeah.
Also, sometimes it is like, I don't know if you got like another thing going, so I don't want to be like, what are you talking? And then like just say the another thing, and then so that's when the part comes when we're both like, wait, hold on. I thought I got it. I was just laughing for no reason. What did you actually say? But no, I think I did hear you. You said she could divide better than me.
Yes.
Yeah. So the math. Wait, I forget. Now I forget.
Because
everything that we were talking
I
about.
thought you said she can't do math.
Okay. Yeah. So no. So the guy that's usually doing the molestation / raping / consensual
Fondling.
underage fondling or whatever the thing may be.
Rocking, rolling.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
That's what rock and roll is, baby.
Yeah.
It's like it was always stuff that was bad, and now like weed and alcohol and drugs aren't really considered that bad. So it's like pedophilia. Let's rock out, dude. Stick it to the man or to the child.
Pedophilia, you've been on my mind, girl, since the flood.
Sweet Child of Mine has a different taste to it.
BB King, Baby King.
I mean, they were always in that direction anyway. Everyone's saying "babe, babe, babe." This Led Zeppelin just like screams it over and over again in all their songs.
Baby.
Yeah, there's like it's fun. It's funny because like
Oh, mama.
you do a really good Led Zeppelin, dude.
Righty.
It's funny to like is whenever you hear that normally it's like just like yeah we know it's talking about like your baby girl or whatever, but it's funny to be like just picture a baby. Instead, like he's singing about like his own kid just like shredded the guitar just in front of like an actual baby that's just like, like throwing up on itself like baby and trying to like feed it like fucking.
Where did that come from? We're like, that's my baby.
Whenever music started, those dudes were raping kids, and that's what they were singing about. And then we just like it's kind of like the same thing. How we don't want to stop saying retard. They don't want to stop saying baby, even though they're fucking grown adults now. Like,
right. The PC police came in.
I like where they choose their battles. They're like, comedy, let's get them. What are you joking about shit, you pieces of fucking shit? What are you singing about fucking babies? Keep going. That's good. That's art.
Yeah. That's just good old jargon.
Because it literally is like the same. I mean, I guess there's definitely like, because we're like specifically talking about certain things. So I guess I could see where they're going at, and they're like, so like that's just a song.
It got grandfathered in because it is weird. Like it sticks to everything. Like we'll call someone babe that we're with.
Yeah.
Like
I don't do babe. Everything. I say babe. I don't like it. I've said babe before.
I'm a sucker for a good babe.
I like being called babe. I don't mind babe at me. I'll babe somebody that I'm not in a significant relationship with. But that's mainly
you can be
because
babe dat.
What's that?
You can be babe dat, but you can't babe too.
I babe too occasionally, but it just like we were talking about. It's like something that doesn't align with me. You know.
What do you like? Do you like any like pet names or?
Usually it's something right off the top of the dome, something that usually doesn't make sense or less like or an insult.
Okay,
which is probably not healthy. Like babe would probably be a nice replacement. I'd be like, hey, stupid fucking idiot.
Yeah.
But I say it like
I miss you, faggot.
Yeah. I do that. Yeah, I like that. It's nice. You like put the emotion in, like, because if I say babe, I'm like, hey, babe. It's like not, but I'm like, hey, come here, you fucking slut, you little whore, you little fucking little stupid ass slut.
Oh well, whore. I do like that for sure. Like I'll say a lot like, you bitch. Like I do that all the time.
Yeah. It's funny because like I say that and then one time I did let a real bitch slip. You don't want those. You don't want those coming through.
You don't want to hit them with a bitch slip.
Yeah, a real bitch in between fake bitches. Then you're getting. Then now all the other bitches are under investigation. You know, they're like, now every time you say bitch again, it's like, was that a fun one or are you? They're like, no, it's all fun from now on. It's all jokes.
That sounds like something you get to like get permission to hang out with your friends.
Yeah.
She's like, I have my bitch slip.
Oh, yeah.
She signed it.
Yeah.
You can have fun tonight.
Right. Yeah. There's like someone that like just is a principle for friendship, which is probably your downstairs lady door gal now.
Oh, wait. I just want to make sure. Oh, we're in there still.
Yo, that'd be awesome if we went like the third cast in a row where we weren't rolling.
I know. I made a little upgrade on this external hard drive. I don't mean to brag.
Wow, dude. You're all external.
It all came up because I was writing those Harry Potter songs.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, in my hard drive. It was pooped.
Really?
So I had to get a new one. Yeah.
Damn, dude. I don't know anything about... So you have your hard drive outside of your shit. This is probably bad talk. Podcasting, is it?
Yeah, it's
I'm
just...
so self-conscious all the time. I feel like there's people listening to us currently.
Dude. Fuck them.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, man.
Fuck everybody who listens to us and appreciates us and cares about us enough to listen to our cast. You fucking little sluts. You dirty little sluts. You sluts. Fucking whores. You bitch. You bitches.
Well, I've been... it's nice casting like this, too, because... You know, I've been doing the do-rag and the deer tags.
Yeah, that's
which is
live.
A live thing.
Yeah.
And
oh man,
it's a very different vibe.
Yeah, how
And
do you?
it's just nice.
Can I hear the pros and cons? People, maybe we got some people listening. They want to start a live cast. Maybe it behoove them to do so.
Pros, like it's just fun bullshitting with Drew and Naeem every week. Another pro, it just makes me feel more comfortable on stage in general.
Right, because you often do the live cast and then also perform later that night.
Yeah.
So that must be cool. That must be cool for a performer to like get like a few jabs in, especially like sitting on the stage for a fucking hour or so, and then being going up like I just said the dumbest shit already. Now I can.
Exactly.
Now I have thought. I'm
calculated
calculated thoughts.
Yeah.
Here come them.
My brain is like going already.
You're pre-gaming.
It's helped
You
me
figured
with,
out
like,
how to
riffing.
pre-game performances.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant.
It's mostly pros. Like I really like doing it. I think the only thing is like I'm just not necessarily good at it yet. I think that's the biggest thing.
So sometimes maybe like
There's some growing
when you're
pains.
when it's live though. There's nothing like an audience there. It doesn't like skip like throw you which any specific direction in your mind maybe. Like right now, I actually think I'd prefer a live cast because like there's multiple times where we're talking about shit and I'm like, we got to try to switch it somewhere because no one's responding, but also no one's here. So I don't know. Like there, at least you know when that's the right move to be making. Here, it's just like all in my own head. You know how many times like people tell you like, oh, that's not gonna be funny, and you try it anyway, and it's funny, or in your own head you're like, this might not work, and then it works.
Well, that's the thing with podcasting though, because like Mark Maron's podcast, like I feel like if they just had that same conversation that they were having in that garage live at the Raven, it would bomb. Because like those conversations aren't necessarily hilarious, but it's just a good podcast.
True. Yeah.
So I'm trying to find the balance of like,
Well, I mean,
because I think I'm too cognizant of the crowd being there, and I'm trying to like jam like forced punchlines down people's throats.
Right.
So
right. Well,
and then I'm not present in the moment.
So maybe all right. So all right. No, I agree with you on that. But what I think I was more generally trying to say, like, even if like when you're saying something good, you know, like
Yeah.
when you even if it's not funny, it's like at least it's significant or it holds weight. It has some value.
Yeah.
It's content.
Yeah.
But there's lots of times where you're in between content. You're like, where did I put that other fucking content at?
Right.
And then, like in those moments, live, I think would be shitty. When like you get to
Right.
like when like we do that all the time. It's just me and you, so it's not really like of someone we gotta like deal with or like be like, oh, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Something live might like make it like, oh, okay, might put me into a panic mode, but maybe not. Maybe it might be easier to. Maybe I'm just more in my head than I think I would be in front of a live crowd.
Maybe.
Because usually the times I did with the Lovable Monsters in Virginia. That's the only time I really did a
Which
live.
we're doing.
Yes. When is that? When's-
August.
Yeah, August. Yeah, that should be fucking
maybe
awesome.
8th, I think?
Yeah, Virginia people. I think we actually might have. a few
Dude, that's
people in
gonna
Virginia.
be so fucking
Dude, I
fun.
hope I just can't do what I did last time I went with them.
Oh yeah.
I blacked out.
Oh yeah. Well,
Blacked out and just kept running away.
We'll keep each other strong.
Yeah. I don't really drink like that anymore. I was drinking to like in memory of my license.
Oh, true. Oh yeah.
He was like, I already got my third DUI, or my second, or first. Go for the second, or got the second, whatever.
But that was so fucking fun, dude.
Good man.
Or no, it will be.
It
fucking
will be
fun.
fun.
My bad.
See,
My
I
bad.
just did it again.
My
I said,
bad.
I said, yeah, dude. And in my head, and I knew you.
I know, dude.
But also at that point, I didn't want to be a corrective Carl. I didn't want to correct you and then be
You
called-
fucked that up because correct starts with a K, so it's not the same thing.
So did this Carl. You ever meet a Carl?
Oh,
with a
Carl
K?
starts with a K too, so that works.
Nah, I was actually thinking CC, dude. I was doing CK.
All
It's
right,
all
so-
about the whale sounds, bro.
Where I just got to get better at this with the live thing. It's not like a knock on the live podcast, but I think it's harder for me in the live podcast to remember the goal of the podcast, which is like to be listened back to.
Right.
Where like I feel like I'm catering too much to the immediate moment.
Yo,
Where
yeah, definitely.
with this, I'm more cognizant that we're doing like a podcast and not like a live show.
Right.
So I'm like, let's just keep the conversation flowing.
Yeah. Okay. So there's your con right there. Is that you could get too, like, I need this to. I'd rather see these people immediately in front of me enjoy themselves, which you can do that and that's cool. But if you're gonna post it somewhere later, it still has to be worth watching.
Exactly.
Otherwise,
Which isn't a knock on the live format. I'm just not good at it yet.
right. Well, that's a tough barrier to like kind of like sift through.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of things. Like, I mean, that's what we do as comedians, as anything you do in this world. All you're doing is doing it until you're picking parts, the patterns that work, and the things that you don't like of it, and then picking your own and try to build the best. Like you take this, like you look at this big Lego piece, and that's comedy or whatever, science, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And then you take it apart, and you're like, what's the fuck does this one do? You put it together with that one, like, oh, don't do that ever again. And then you just kind of like put like just like, and then you build your own. You take whatever the Legos that you saw, you build your own shit.
I'm trying to make a Bionicle.
A Bionicle. Bionicles are
I'm
fucking
not there yet.
Cool. Yeah, Bionicles are scary, dude. Those are spooky because those things. I had like a motorcycle. One
I
of those.
loved Bionicles.
Bionicles were cooler than Legos. There was more you can do with them.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I used to love toys. I feel like my soul died when
you-
I stopped liking toys.
Oh, you're like my dog Jack. He used to love toys, and then now, wait, he's still alive, but this
then he started balding.
he's great. He's got tremendous hair, just like you. He looks.
Then why'd he
exactly-
stop loving toys?
He just think he grew out of it. Maybe we stopped playing. I don't know.
Yeah.
You think that's what happened to you? You think you grew out of it? You turned around at 18? You live in the same...
No, I stopped liking toys around...
You
Rat Boy's calling me. We're going to have him on the podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yo, dude, you're on the podcast.
Oh shit, are you guys still rolling?
Oh, we still rolling. We got started.
We're rolling,
late.
baby.
But is there anything you want to say, dude?
Yo, what's up? I think that Chinese people, keep up the good work. Y'all are doing great.
For sure. Stop Asian hate.
Yo, we needed that.
Yeah,
We needed that here. You missed our first segment where we just trashed those guys.
Bye.
He just hung up.
Have you ever done that on stage? On a like an actual show, during an actual show, get a call and take it?
The
then
most
you
recent do-rag, but it was like orchestrated.
Okay,
Like
it
Drew
was-
called in
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he has tonsillitis.
Oh, does he
So
really?
he called in, yeah.
Oh, poor boy.
Yeah.
I mean, probably from
His
smoking all
throat
those.
is fucking pooped.
Yeah, yeah, from all those fucking disgusting backwoods he smokes.
I know. Well, his doctor said like his lungs are the equivalent to like 100-something-year-old or something.
Yeah, yeah, that was wild. That was wild. I remember. Yeah, I think you told us that on the Ghost Cast episode.
Yes, but which will probably still be released.
Yeah, at some point. Hold your horses.
But we have some things in the works. Now that I graduated, baby, we're off to the races.
Yeah, I guess we didn't. We kind of just glazed over that. We haven't been doing a podcast for like over a month,
Yeah, dude.
and it wasn't because of you guys. It wasn't anything specific, really. It was just you were doing a bunch of shit, and I just wasn't. Like I was like in the mood to not do a bunch of shit.
Fair. I think. Yeah, well, but that's what I like about this though, where it's like it's just all from the heart, baby.
Yeah,
Like I feel like we don't, and I feel like it's kept our friendship good too,
Definitely.
where it purely comes from a place of wanting to do it.
right. Yeah, because
Like I feel like from the start we made it so it's like this will never feel like a chore,
right. Yeah, definitely.
which I like.
Yeah, because we were excited to podcast and we were doing that once a week, and then once we started like it was just like too strenuous on us. We have a bunch of other shit in our lives going on, and I didn't want to be like the people that are like, oh, we need a podcast every week.
Yeah.
Like that like people do that and people do it well.
And they're successful.
Yeah,
Idiots.
but this isn't about success.
What?
This isn't about success. I forgot to use the C's in success.
I don't know. This is. I'm gonna be honest. This is a real treat. I'm very excited to be doing this right now.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna
I mean,
do this.
I just remember that when I first started doing comedy was probably similar to the way you first started doing music. Maybe not.
Did your mom tell you to do it?
No. Did
Okay.
your mom tell you to do it?
Nah.
My mom fucking would love for me to quit. I can only imagine. Like she came to like shows before. Like I'm just talking, like doing the threesome bit, and I'm like, my mom's right there, and I'll like point her out, say like fucked up shit, like, and then like she has to pretend to be proud, like that must suck. I mean, it would be cool. Like, I mean, I think she gets it because she's like, oh, he's got a lot of friends and this and that. But oh god, what do my friends think? It's like, you don't have to worry about that, lady. But
Well, I think
I mean, it was her advice.
Jew moms aren't like it's funny. In my experience with Jew moms, they're more concerned about, is this a viable option more than like being
Yeah.
upset about what you're saying on stage.
Right? Yeah, for sure. Well, that's why.
Like I remember when my sister came out, my mom was like, "But you're staying in school, right?" You know what I mean?
Right? Yeah.
Like like they don't care about that kind of thing. Like they're just like concerned about like certain things.
Yeah, definitely. Like you got to have like a good paying job. My mom still to this day, like I run the fucking business that our family has, and then she'll be like, "Oh, look at that! You get a job doing that." I'm like, "I make more money. I make you money doing this fucking business. What are you talking about?" It's just like it's a weird Jew mom thing where like you just got to get a good job, get paid well, and then you'll be happy.
Yeah.
That's like the main concern. We're like she's like Han Solo in that theory, and we're just like cracking through to getting her on Frozen and stuff. I mean, all you have to do really like to forgive anybody, especially like in a like your parents' situation. You just got to picture them 10 times the amount, and that's what they were raised by. Bill Burr's got like a whole. Bill Burr's got like a whole bit about this. He's like, I just got to be one step below what my dad was. And my dad was pretty cool. Yeah, there were certain things that he had wrong. I'm like, I would be fucking sick.
Did he say like his dad was, or like his dad's dad was screaming? I'm like, you fucking baby.
Yeah.
Like,
His dad's dad, his grandpa was probably like, oh, did he shit himself? Let him clean it himself.
yeah.
He's like, yeah. Now I'm like, all right. And then my dad wouldn't. And then Bill Burr's dad. Let's explain it. So Bill Burr's dad wouldn't let his mom hug him because he thought it would turn him gay.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, now all I have to do, I'm like, I can make that. I'm like, I'll definitely hug my children. You gotta hug those stripper boots out. Like,
Right.
He's like, and then maybe, like, no. And then he's like, my version is just no drama class. And then he'll work from there.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's what it is. It's just like, and then that's just evolution, baby.
It's true. I feel like my dad like jumped down like a few steps from his dad. His dad, my peepaw.
Peepaw? Did you call him peepaw?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he must have. Did
He was Southern, baby.
Did he spit into a can on his front porch? Like,
Probably.
that's what it sounds like. A peepaw.
I only knew him when I was like real young, and then they like passed when I was in like 3rd grade or something like that. But from what I understand, he was like a very charismatic, very personable guy, but a little bigoted.
Yeah.
And then my dad is like, he's for sure like I get a lot of traits from him.
Yeah,
the older I get, he's
Right.
a sensitive boy.
Right.
We're sensitive boys.
Yeah.
I come from sensitive cum.
Dude, I'm sensitive too, but the difference was why I'm like a little bit more of a psycho than you is that I was like, don't be sensitive. My dad used to call me fucking Susan. Like when I would get tormented by my entire family. They'd be like, Susan. I'm like, I'm emotional. Like,
Right, yeah.
And then like from then on, it was like, don't fucking be that way, or you're gonna get called Susan, like a girl type of thing. So I was like, which is funny because I'm still a bitch. Like now now it's just like suppressed. So I'm like not like a bitch, like I'm scared to fight someone. I'm like a female someone that you call like a mean lady to you. Like I'm like I'm catty.
You're
I'm
a
catty.
mean lady.
Sometimes I get catty bitch mode.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, dude. They called you Susan enough
I cared
where you became Susan.
They fucked up, or society did. Susan or Karen. It could have been either or. Like a
Right.
Susan could have been a Karen.
Damn. Well, it's interesting because I actually can relate to you on that because I didn't get that kind of thing at home, but then I also had like an overprotective mom, so I didn't really learn any like social skills. Like I remember just like watching all my friends ride their bikes in the neighborhood through
Yeah.
a window.
Oh God.
Yeah. Like I
Terrible
wasn't
ass.
allowed like outside by myself till like an absurdly late age.
Do you remember which age? And you just won't say it.
I want to say like maybe like 8th grade.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
and-
way
and-
too old.
yeah,
That's why
dude.
you're a little bit skittish about certain things.
Yeah. And like
Which makes,
but I did like experience some of it because I would like go to my friends' houses and their parents let them do it.
right.
So, but the thing was, I didn't get like the Susan thing like at home.
Yeah,
but
yeah. You didn't
but
get tormented
because I
by your
came
family.
like I came out weird. Like it was like a real like culture shock almost when like I did like socialize with kids more.
Right. You're like
And
a
then, like,
caged animal that just got
they would be
set
like,
free.
Pussy, or like because
Oh.
I was just so weird.
Yeah, not
like
only
so I
that-
got picked like
Well, no, not only that, but you're just not used to like certain like that was just like the nature of the game. Is like
Yeah.
when you're like fucking around with all your friends doing some hood rat shit or whatever when you're like growing up and then like, hey, fucking do that pussy. You're like, all right, I'll do it. And, then whatever. And to hear that with someone like from you're just like sitting in your house, no one was calling you pussy ever. It's like eventually like
Right.
and then you going out, they're like, why would you call me that? I'm
Yeah.
not like
I thought so much stuff was normal.
right because I
Chewing with my mouth open, just
yeah, see, that's just classic and obvious.
you-
Like it's something that happens when you don't chew with other people around,
yeah.
right? Because everyone
Or
be
like
"Shut your
my
fucking
mom,
mouth, you
my mom
pussy."
didn't like care about that. She was just like, get good grades or you're going to jail.
Yeah,
And I was like, okay. And then I just didn't learn like interpersonal skills.
my mom was right about that.
Oh yeah, well sometimes it's just spot on.
I got good grades and bad. She wasn't specific enough. She just said, "Don't ever get any bad grades," because I got good grades and then I got some really bad grades, and then I got a D twice. I didn't want to stop mentioning it. You know,
You got 3 bad grades in a row, dude. You got a D, then an U, then an I, dude.
yeah,
those
none
are
of
the worst
good-
grades you can
None
get.
of those are good letters for when it comes to report cards.
Yeah.
Damn, dude, fuck. But
But yeah, I think it like led me to like do like a weird like adaption thing where
Dude, you
this is where I
imagine-
feel like it's the nature versus nurture thing where I feel like that was more in my nature where like I felt like an alien almost where I just got thrown into it and the growing pains were weird, but then I just like
figured-
looked at everyone and then I became very sensitive to like people's very slight cues to things.
yeah.
Because I get that a lot now, like especially in relationships
right.
where I'll be like, "What's wrong?" They're like, "How did you know?" And I'm like, "Your eye usually doesn't do that."
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid,
yeah.
like it forced me to like become very like
Right,
aware.
because- you know what? Because that's one of the pros of fucking being a hermit. Like
Yeah.
you're more like it's almost like you were blind all this time, and now you could see, like, and then you were unleashed. You're like I see some like I know that's different because you know like when you're growing up and that shit happens when you're young. I guess like you just start to like mold over certain things with your friends, maybe.
Yeah,
Like that's that's what I'm guessing at. Maybe that's what happened to me, or maybe it was just not in our nature. Be like, oh, he's going through something. Don't even bring it up, like because
yeah,
I don't know. I don't want to be like, hey, you're being a real Susan right now. You know, like I don't want them to feel like a Susan because I know that to be a Susan is was. I know I should have. I needed one person like just to be like, dude, just fucking call yourself Susan. Like just own it.
I just like how you said that,
Like call
dude. Just call yourself Susan.
'Cause that's it, though. That's literally always has been the solution
Yeah.
to any of those types of problems is just to lean into it. Like doing acid.
Yeah.
The more you don't want to be tripping, the more it's going to be like you're tripping. The
That's
more you're
very
like,
true.
I'm feeling this shit. And that's like very vibey type of thing. It's the same thing with that. But it also wasn't fair. I was going through my like little boy fat stage. I was like, I don't know, like right before a growth spurt in like middle school. So I was also, it was being called Susan, also paired with man tits. Fucking, no, they used to call me love handles, which is aggressive. It's aggressive thing to call your, like love handles is basically like a fucking.
There are more lust handles.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That would have been nice to hear my parents call me that.
I'm lusting over those handles, dude.
You should make, this would be a cool idea. Someone who's dating somebody who's skinny, but he has a fat fetish. Put on memory foam love handles on their sides, like almost like a holster, and then you can hold them and you fuck them.
And then you just jump on it when you put wine on their tits.
Look, you can fuck her right in the ass. Nothing spills.
It didn't even spill.
And then you come all over, just crust. It doesn't work anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a frozen lake. You fucking.
Yeah. But okay,
Yeah.
we went into that because of you talking about how you started comedy, and I was like, is it because your mom made you do it or something?
Dude,
like that?
good catch. How'd you catch that? You ever see someone like catch something out of the fridge after they just opened it? It was like the
Yeah.
fridge has been open for like 20 minutes, and then like you were like in the other room, but it was still open, and then something fell, and then you ran and dove and caught it.
Well, I think because you were yes-anding what I was saying, and I was like, he's being a very good co-host, but I'm gonna fucking put a pin in that.
Oh, good job, dude. That's some good hosting. Main host.
We hosted.
Dude, good job. What was the question?
So this all started of how you started comedy.
You got to drink that. You can't
yeah.
cheers and not drink. Don't you know this? I almost let that slide.
Yeah. So how you started comedy?
So we were like talking with the intention of like build, like when I started comedy, I got obsessed with it and I would do it. Well, actually, when I first started, it was in Stockton. I would go to, there was only one mic I knew of, and it was once a week in AC at the Boneyard, very sketchy area, like a dive bar right outside of like Caesars, like, but not like where you should be chilling. I go to that once a week, and every time I would go, I'd be fucking like, I would be like sick to my stomach like the entire day just thinking about it. I'd be writing frantically and just like, I'm not gonna remember any of this, and just go on stage, and then like I feel really good about it. I'm like, I can't wait to go back next week, and then next week comes around, I'm like, oh, I feel sick. Right. I had to do that basically, and then the more I would do it, I stepped it up. I'm like, if I do this 3 days a week or something, like I just found more places to do it at. So the more I would do it, the less sick I would, like I wouldn't get the vomity feeling, but I feel like I'd have to poop before every set.
Yes.
But no poop. Never
No
any
poop.
poop. It was all fake poops.
Ghost poops.
Phantom turds.
Dad poops. I'm sorry. Dude.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. He's he doesn't poop anymore. God rest in poop.
Rest in poop.
He said
That's perfect.
He said that one time. He's a rested shit idiot. I forget what it came from.
Oh, that was when it was Nerds with Words instead of Cultibus.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to those boys.
Yeah, dude.
But anyway.
Yeah, why were we talking about that? That's
There was-
the thing I forget.
I think I was asking you. See, you fucked up. You blew it as a host, dude. Damn it.
God.
No, see, I think there was probably a different. See, dude, we've been going down the same path, like that, like has other paths.
Yeah.
Like there's something about The Conjuring that we still haven't sewed up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure of it. But hopefully no one's looking that far into it. I think we're just verbalizing how confusing a podcast could be if you try to sew up a section that you've been talking about that's just been like branch, other branch.
Yeah. But I feel like this is probably the best we've done in a while of just naturally letting it flow. I don't want to say we. I think more so me. Because I think sometimes I'll just...
Are you saying I'm doing really
I'll be
bad?
thinking of the next thing to say too much.
Yeah.
And then I'm not like actively listening to you. and then I just push the conversation somewhere it wouldn't naturally be.
I feel like you are doing a really good job of just kind of letting it go. Because
I'm trying to get better at that because I
Me
definitely
too.
wasn't doing a good job of that.
Me too, dude. There's been so many times where I've just like we do podcasts and I listen back to them like, oh, you're just blacked out talking the whole time. To me, not you, me.
I've done it too.
Where I am done. No, you haven't. Not that I've noticed. Where it's just be like, oh, shut up. I'm still doing it. I'm only talking for half an hour straight. Let me finish.
Well, I feel like whenever you watch yourself back, it's just hard to.
To come.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that, man. It's tough to come when you're looking at yourself. You ever try to jerk off yourself in the mirror?
Not in the mirror.
See, I have long hair, so I tried to do it. Like, what if I put my hair back? I'm like, don't look at the face. Just look at the. I have a sick butt.
Oh, it's the equivalent of the like the.
yeah.
Oh, like, you can't see that.
the chair. Yeah, do it again. Yeah, and for the audio listeners, he's doing that like when you fake make out with somebody, and you like hug yourself and like start rubbing yourself. Yeah. No, I tried. No, it was like I was just like I basically. So many people have told me I had a girl's ass. Maybe I'll do it. It doesn't work.
People have told you have a girl's ass?
Yeah, not anymore. It's run its course for now. But I used to play like ice hockey goalie, and a lot of ups and downs. You get a plump little butt, dude. I've had people be like of girls be like, your ass is nicer than mine. I'm like, thanks. I really needed to hear that. I don't know why. That's kind of concerning. I needed to hear that, but I needed it, and I take it.
It's surprising how much girls do appreciate a nice butt.
Which is weird. Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Do you think it's weird? You can be honest with me, because I think it's weird. It's like, but you don't do anything to it.
That's why it's weird.
Like, they don't
Yes.
squeeze my... No girl's ever made out with me and started squeezing my ass.
It's purely visual. Like most things that guys appreciate about girls, it is like visual, but we do something to it.
We care about what's on the inside because it's attached to a hole. Girls are shallow people because they don't even they only want the surface.
The way you said that. When you said like attached to a hole,
Yeah.
like it almost sounded like you said like bad news. It's
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
care about it because they have cancer. like for some reason, like it just felt like very like naughty. When
So what you're saying is I'd make a horrible doctor. If I was it's a girl with cancer. Congratulations, it's a cancer.
Oh, that fucking ruled. Yeah, no, but like the things that we're turned on by visually, we like physically interact with it.
Yeah.
Like when we see a
Mouths.
nice ass, like you feel it like
Yeah.
hit against you in doggy style with tits.
Yeah.
You're grabbing those things,
Right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like with a guy's ass, like what are you really doing to it?
I think they just want to be like, that thing can hold up a big old penis. Like it
Oh.
maybe, right? Like maybe like a big old ass means that it's like, or maybe they just see a big ass, like a nice plump butt on a dude, and like that guy's gonna rail me.
right.
Maybe that
He has
could
a
be it.
good base.
Yeah, right. Like
Yeah.
it's like
I can't knock him over.
Are two at like, yeah, I don't. Yeah, because what else is it? Arms. The more to defend me. It's more of like maybe that's what it is. A defense thing. It's like, oh, he's probably fast. He could go run really quick and beat somebody up that took my purse.
Right, but with the ass?
Dude, that's where all the speed comes from. Is from your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where they keep
You're
the
talking.
gas.
You're talking. Oh, no, the gas nos. Exactly. See. That's my new. Every time you you tell a punchline on stage, you go,
My fucking deer. My deer scaring.
yeah, scare all the deer away. That could be true though. It could be all in the ass. I mean, you're like when I used to be, I'm the fastest kid in comedy. That's guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
Race me if you feel otherwise. And probably, I don't think I have the nicest ass anymore, but I did.
Who do you think beat you?
Probably Naeem, right? I never looked at his ass, but he just looks like he's pretty fit.
Oh, Naeem's got a shitter. He does.
See, now the way you said that, it was like, yep, been looking at that every Monday and Thursday for the past few weeks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
And also, it's not fair though. That's all like. That's black people just have better asses, and that's just a known
yeah.
For the
I
most
think that's
part.
fair to say.
for the most part.
Better asses, better dicks.
Yeah. They're just doing, probably if you took an average of tits, probably up there too. Like Big Mama's house, like all this tits, like you get all the ladies like that, they got massive tits.
They're filling out that Big Mama's blouse.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, baby. Dude, I'm thinking in rhymes because I've been writing those raps. Every time I hear something, I just hear a rhyme now.
Dude, I know what you're talking about. So I started like freestyling more often just because I was listening to the How do you say his last name?
Mark Rebier.
Rebier and Wayne Brady. And also it does listen to Rebier anytime anyway. Because check him out. He's fucking hilarious, and also just like makes his own beats and stuff, and then just like says like crazy rhymes and stuff, and then just also will. So I'm more like his speed, where like I can't think of like a good rhyme on the spot. I'll be like, oh yeah, sticky fingers, got some sticky fingers,
yeah,
and shit like that. And it's super fun. Like it all started. We were in my garage. Hassan, my neighbor, and Emily were just like, and like a few other people I think maybe, and we were just like, I'm like, all right. Just rhyme, because when you start to do it, like everyone, like if you're with somebody that's not really good at it, you're like, my name. I was walking down the street, and then they're like, oh, I don't want to. I fucked it up, and then they get real sad. I'm like, no,
you push through the wall.
Yeah, I'm like, no, no one's allowed to. Don't you supportive? Only support, and just keep going. Don't stop.
Yeah,
until you find something, and then like you push through, and then you find like I went for 16 bars like at one point, and I was blown up. I'm like rhyming, and then. It wasn't great. It wasn't like amazing, but it all
worked.
rhymed and it all made sense.
Yeah.
I was like telling a story or whatever, and I was like, I can't believe I keep thinking of the next line. I don't even know what's going. You just go into that flow state type of shit.
It's crazy what happens when you remove the judgment part of your brain.
Right? Yeah.
And you just let it flow.
Yeah, yeah. It's insane.
I totally feel that, dude.
And one of the craziest things about it, so that we've been doing that in my garage since pandemic started. And now it's got gotten a little bit better here and there or whatever. But Tom Crocro, Mr. Crocro himself came over. Tom Crolius.
Roly Crolioli.
Yeah, Roly Polioli Crowley.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he comes over like 2 Fridays ago or something like that. And he's just like, hey, coming over. We're going to film something. I got a script idea.
You sent me that video.
Yeah. Yes, I remember, Piss. Yeah, that video. So he comes over to film something, whatever. Like, we filmed, it was just goofing off and stuff. It was fun. But like towards the end of the night, we're just drinking and we're in the garage. It's me, Hassan, Emily's sleeping, and Tom, and I'm like in my garage, and we're listening to some like lyrics or some instrumentals, and I was rapping. I was killing it. It was like exactly what we were saying. Let the judgment down, and I just felt like in touch with the fucking earth as like a whole. It was like super weird feeling, and I did so good. I was so confident in myself. The garage door was open, and I was like, and now at this point, I'm like trying to like give it up to somebody else. I'm like, who's gonna rhyme it? I don't remember exactly how it went down, but Tom was sitting right next to me. I'm like, who's gonna go next? And as I said that, like my garage, we were like all the way into my garage. If you've been into the layer where he's on the couch, and as I said that, something fucking went by my head and like landed on his lap, and I thought like someone just came into the door. So I'm like, look at like who threw that? I'm like, oh, that's a fucking frog. So a frog. While I was doing all the rhymes, I think I summoned this frog into the garage because he had to climb up. I'm sitting behind my table.
You became fucking Biggie Frogs, dude.
Yeah, dude. And then I went for another 60 bars on getting froggy, dude. It was. You could ask Tom Crocro if you need any fucking
damn
things, but it landed.
Frog meets the crow.
Yeah. Oh, whoa, dude, that's fucking heavy. And then he looked, and he just landed right in Tom's lap and was just looking right at him. And Tom's like, the fuck? What do I do? I'm like, I don't know. What do we do? I think I do summon frogs and shit. Been a lot of wild nature shit going on.
Yeah.
Recently, yeah.
You were rapping.
Like, rapping, that. Just like
this goes out to all the teachers that said I wouldn't amount to nothing when I was just trying to make money to feed my lizard.
My iguana, dog.
My iguana.
I always wanted iguana.
To feed my ribbit.
ribbit. Dude, iguanas are sick, dude. They whip you if you just like walk.
Just want to make sure this is still going.
Yeah. Gotta make sure.
Oh, we still going, baby.
We're rolling. Where we at right now?
We're at 103.
Cool. Ain't nothing to fucking even think about. I was just curious. But yeah, no, so that happened. Before, like a few weeks before that, Angel Ace, do you know who he is?
Of course.
You know, the sweet
course.
angel Ace, one of my favorite human beings on the planet. He posted on my wall just leaving like a detailed list on how to become a falconer. So I was like, I just hit him up like, so what's up? Like, did you know I was going through some shit and I needed like someone to put something on my plate like this? Because I was like, because my entire like the past 5 years or however long I've been doing comedy, it's like that's been it. That's been the only thing I've been focusing on. And then like not being able to do it's been like, I got to get back to doing it. I feel there's something, but then there was like, yeah, but there's also this whole other side of living that you're not doing. And he like basically, like I said, like, yeah, you want to like what's up with that? And he like wrote like a fucking 2-paragraph thing, like saying all like this, like really like you ever like talk like we do this sometimes, like I'm thinking of you, and then you text me or call me,
Yeah.
shit like that, like just like basically read like just like a list of shit that I'm like everything you just said was fucking spot on.
Dang.
That I needed to hear, and now I'm currently. It's so hard to become a falconer. First, I gotta find a falconer.
So what exactly is a falconer?
So I would be like the dude. You get that like fucking glove.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
you like gotta. I'm gonna start with a hawk, red tail hawk, which still considered a falconer. I don't. So many people call me retarded because I'm like I'm gonna become a falconer. Like, what kind of bird are you gonna get? I'm like a red tail hawk. Like that's not what. I'm like it's just what it started with falcons. You know, they're not changing the name. Nature.
Yeah.
But you get like the thing. They fucking you can go hunting with them. You go out, you go kill a squirrel. You go boom, fucking go kill a
That's
squirrel.
so cool.
You could once you become a master, which takes like 5 years. I was watching videos. This dude's got a golden hawk or a golden eagle. That thing was taking down antelope. He was like in like the coolest places of the earth, and he's like, "There's a deer," and we'll just send his fucking big ass eagle. Like the things are the size of us almost, just sitting on his arm, and it would just go and fuck up this deer and shit.
That's so cool.
So that's what I'm going for.
Dude, what are you gonna send it after?
Ducks. I love duck. Duck is good food. It's good eating. Anything else, I'm like, oh, that's a dab and a half. Sorry, fellas and lady fellas. He's just too cool for school. He's also allergic to birds.
Yeah, feathers get me fucking schwitzing real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, so
Damn.
I've been looking into that. It's super. Like you got to become someone's a bitch. Basically, you're someone's apprentice for 2 years before you can fucking get your own bird. Then you go catch your own bird. You can catch your own bird.
Catch your own bird.
I mean, I'm gonna catch it because they say you could buy them like they're farm raised, but they're missing key elements. Like I don't want to get one that's already wild and doing good. I want one that's like I'll find like a hurt one or something maybe,
Yeah.
and then like train them. But at least they've been in the wild because a lot of the ones that were just raised in farms, if you're like a smaller hawk or whatever, there's a bigger eagle above you, and those things go down 200 miles per hour when they attack.
Really?
So you only go so high. There's another thing above you, and if you are only raised in like a farm, you're not looking out for that other motherfucker. You don't know. I'm like I cannot let another bird eat my bird unless that is now my bird.
Right.
Can't let it happen. But I figured I might just get a slingshot for occasions like that. Get his back too. Like,
Well, I mean, I feel like you have to take on a second apprenticeship for slingshots.
No.
To kill it like that.
no, I don't
From
need
like
to,
that far, that accuracy.
Oh yeah, I basically would need to become a Navy SEAL,
Yeah.
but better because I'm not using a gun. I'm using rubber bands.
A Navy Hawk.
Yeah. Ooh. Yo, that'd be a pretty sick line of defense.
Slingshot.
Just hawks and slingshots. I feel like we should ban all weapons. Slingshots are good enough, dude. A marble to the face, you're dead. Like some
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean
slingshots.
that's a wrap.
Some
for
of the
sure.
slingshots are fucking heavy duty.
They are.
Especially the one with wrist rockets where it's got like the lever, like it hooks on your arm, like when you like hold hands with someone like that.
There's something so terrifying about a slingshot, like the anticipation when you see like someone like pull it back,
Yeah.
and they have it at you, and then I think there's something to like you like see it shake.
Yeah, because then
Like-
it's just inertia waiting to come at you. You're watching. Like a gun is just something still. Inertia.
Yeah, guns are way less scary,
Yeah,
dude.
absolutely. Because
Yeah.
it's just like you won't know when that trigger pulls,
Right.
but you start seeing that hand shake a little bit more when it's holding that fucking like
Yeah.
that's how they fucking. That's how more robberies and such should happen. School shootings,
Yeah.
I recommend. Oh God,
They have these semi-automatics.
semi-automatic. Was that you being a hick? Semi-automatic.
I was trying so hard to riff, and then I just felt the immediate defeat.
I know, semi-automatic rubber slingshots, dude. What do you mean? We were really on to something. I know what you're saying though, but I like that you just decided to stop because sometimes there's more power in that. Like you riff, you riff the rest of the time. I don't like it anymore. I do that to you all the time. I'm like, right? And you're like, yeah. Let me try to figure out what the fuck you just said. And you do a pretty good job at it because you'll figure out something like close enough to it so that it makes sense. But what I said was literally incomprehensible. Comprehensible.
Comprehensible is good.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
Yeah, dude.
But you do it, man. You do it. You do it well.
Ain't that fucking
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.